All right. I'm in the motherfucking house. General Sarah Susan Seti. Yes, baby. I'm in the house. That's right. I'm in the motherfucking house. Like I'm supposed to be. I know y'all been missing me. That's right. I know y'all been missing me. I know y'all, but I'm black on the block again, causing ruckus, causing a ruckus. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to think that I'm not in primary health. I'm in primary health, straight up. Snatching up whatever the fuck I want to snatch up. You know, spiritual health, always meditating, always, building up my morality, my spirituality, so I could connect deeper into the goddamn cosmos. You understand? When I reach deeper into the universe and get that ancient and hidden wisdom that we once had, and through the our land being conquered, and through miseducation of the slave masters all over the world, we have forgotten who we truly are. We're confused. We're confused, and goddamn it, that's why General Sarah Seti, a sentinel, a superior sentinel on this earth that could always guide you back to the truth. Okay? When this ain't nothing but seas of liars. God damn it. Ain't oceans of liars and liars, naysayers and all of that. That lighthouse, nigga, that shines, nigga, throughout all the land. Nigga, General Sarah Seti. All right? Gonna get y'all together today. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the Nile Valley, dealing with the Nile River, the most sacred river on the planet, bar none, bar none. I ain't talking about the Ganges. I ain't talking about all the rest of them fake ass rivers. We talking about the Nile River, okay? We're going to also deal with the Congo, which is the sister river to the Nile, and is almost as mighty as the Nile. So that's just showing you how great the Nile is, because the Congo is a very powerful river, very powerful river. Okay. So today, family, I'm getting warmed up, getting ready to go to Inglewood, June 23rd. And I'm gonna show that because I got some slides for y'all. We're gonna work out. I'm gonna try to let enough people get in here. You know what I'm saying? I got to get warmed up again, family. It's like but I got work behind the scenes that's got to be done. See? So I'm a deep thinker. I can't be up on this motherfucker. Just jaw jacking. If I ain't got nothing really worth saying, nigga, I'm doing research. And then when I get that energy, it'll come. It's like Seti, you've been off YouTube, nigga. You ain't gone in there, nigga, and run that 2,000-yard season. Get on in there and run that 3,000-yard season, nigga, and put that ball on the ground. And I'll do that. I'll blow through all lines. I don't give a fuck what organization. I'll blow through your line, nigga. Straight up. And that's really my way of doing things, just being what you call, I brought battle scholarship. Everybody want to battle now, but everybody ain't got that motherfucking weaponry, nigga, to go to battle. Nigga, I could go to battle with 2, 3, 4 organizations at one time. That's how I'm loaded. Nigga, I spin the wheel on them niggas, knocking them down. Bop, 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 bop. Whichever one of y'all niggas want it first, I give it to y'all, because I live this life like a priest. You know, I'm not just playing no games. Bitch, I got that package for your ass. Don't ever, 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 ever. I already got a package on. If I had to start up with on your ass again, nigga, I'm just, you know, I'm putting together a already deep file, nigga, already in them, and I keep adding it, you know, so the next time you see me, I'm the most vicious every time you have ever seen me, nigga, because this is what I do. And I see little niggas out there try to comment, nigga, I will, you know, it don't matter what race, creed, or color. If niggas want to battle against the Nile Valley in Africa, being the supreme and origins of all civilization, all science, all math on the planet, nigga, I got your ass. Anybody, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got whatever you need, nigga. I'll serve your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, in defense of the African ancestors, you know, I feel proud. You know, after, you know, 18 years on the ground. That's real. Yeah. See, a lot of people can't say they've been on the ground. See, you know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers, and I laugh at this. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people want to call General Cyrus Seti a YouTube scholar. Even though since 2006, I done gave over 600 public lectures. Huh? Do I have to stutter when I say that, nigga? Huh? Since motherfucking 2006. You see what I'm saying? That's 12 years. I have given over 600 public lectures. Now, sound like I done did a whole lot more than YouTube, my nigga. Lot more than YouTube. Ain't nobody got. And out of them 600 public lectures, over 50 cities. I know my beard, you know, I'm growing it out, so I know it's a little rough right now. You know, it's real moisturized, though. You know what I'm saying? It's real motherfucking moisturized. But I have to say that. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of motherfuckers want to say, you know, you motherfuckers got to understand I was up in Detroit, you know what I'm saying, at True Bookstore from 2006 to about 2009, 10. I did 4 years out, no, 3 years at True. So from about 2006 to 2009, almost going on 10, I was at Truth, where I did lectures every Friday, unless I was going out of town. So you think every Friday, shit, I did over 200 and some, 250 free lectures in Detroit. I might add, you know, as I run down that resume. So when motherfuckers, you know, niggas ain't in my league, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, you know, to keep niggas misunderstanding who they fucking with. You know what I'm saying? And much love, you know, to the dynamic duo, me and Young Pharaoh doing just swell. I know a lot of niggas wanna, you know, they hoping and they praying, but you know, behind the scenes, me and the Young King is always communicating, always on one path. And as you can see with the monthly lectures, we've been smoking. So how the fuck, you know, I want niggas to know that the dream team, nigga, is in full motherfucking effect. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know, it's Pharaoh turn to get out there and eat motherfuckers. That's right, nigga. Get your mouth bloody, nigga. You know, sink your fangs into these niggas. I done filled up cemetery of fake niggas. Niggas done came at me, bitch, I'm still standing. Ain't nothing you can do to me, nigga. You know that I'm standing on truth, and you know I got a system. And I ain't even got into the motherfucking lecture yet. The BPC, I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, this is the most complete system you could go through. And I'm putting it together. I'm gonna be, you know, putting out a lot of information on the system to show you what the system is. Can nobody fuck with this system? Straight the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the general at the helm. Okay, it's no motherfucking way. It's no motherfucking way. It's no motherfucking way. No smoke and motherfucking mirrors. I'm talking about straight up science, nigga. Policies and politics, nigga, for the African world, nigga. Complete. Goddamn it, got a university for the black woman. The black woman is God University. She a science all unto herself. She a science, and you know, we got a lot of detoxification, you know, departments within the got to get all that garbage up out of it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of lectures that I had to put down that's so cold and so heart-wrenching, and ain't really no cut on it, that some motherfuckers run up out of there hollering, like the making of the white man, the making of the nigga, the God deception. Niggas like they seen a horror movie, because the truth is shocking they ass. Niggas run up out the goddamn, can't even watch it no more. Okay, but we got these detox, and then once we detoxify you, see, we got to reconnect you to the goddamn universe. You've been disconnected. You understand what I'm saying? You're not connected. You understand? You've been following these goddamn religions and these fake beliefs and these fake cults. You haven't been connected to the universe. So I got to reconnect you. You understand? Get you up and running. Get you repowered up. You understand? Get all departments of the mind, body, and soul powered up. Nigga, so you can get out here on this goddamn, whatever field it is. You know what I'm saying? I believe I can make the complete student, the complete teacher. I can make the, you know, where you can go in any fucking terrain and prosper and goddamn be at the front, so far in the front that everybody automatically know who in charge. You understand what I'm saying? They can't fuck with the science. So, you know, I'm going to be putting it out there how extensive the program is, working heavy on it, and I'm going to get that out there soon. So y'all know exactly what the objective is, where we moving, what we intend to achieve with the BPC, and that's extensive, because we educating millions, already done educated millions, okay? We done that, okay? As we went all around this goddamn, you know, all this country, around this country, even going out of the country, even into Canada, even into the UK. You understand what I'm saying? We've been educated and passing out media for over the last 12 years. And that's extensive. So when motherfuckers say that, you know, that the general, hey, y'all see that onk.com? Fuck history, nigga. With the last part. Fuck his story. That's right. Onk.com, baby. AUNKH.com. Fuck your history. Biatch. You see what I'm saying? And so, don't, you know, I got, you know what, the way I got it lined up, family, and I'm going to be pushing. This ain't just information that, you know, I'm espousing. No, this shit is armor. This shit is politics and policy that you can put on the motherfucking ground right now and get results. You niggas got to quit dreaming. You got to quit letting these motherfucking TD Snake black revolutionary niggas get up here and give you niggas a sermon and you cry out in the motherfucking crowd. Niggas about getting what the fuck is ours. That's what I'm about. And I'm not about, nigga, I'm about first correcting our position on this planet through our own, routines, you understand, through our own discipline, being responsible for self, and start practicing the policies that's going to put us back where our history say we belong. We belong on the motherfucking top. We the only peoples on the planet that can run it. You see what I'm saying? And so we can't be out here with no fake program. Okay? We got to have origin. And this is what I'm giving you today. We have to have orientation. Or how in the fuck, where we gonna put the compass at? You understand what I'm saying? So you got to put that point down on your orientation, and then you circumscribe. You see your worldview. You understand? From the point of origin. See, and too many of y'all niggas have fake all these chaotic origins. You understand what I'm saying? Even though we know based on our physical body, we know where our environment is. We know where we come from. But some of us have been knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And when we knocked out, somebody finally woke our ass up and we forgot who the fuck we was. And sometimes a nigga can wake you up and he can have ill intentions for your ass and tell you, yeah, I know who you is, nigga. You Willie Lump, nigga, and you work for me. That's what the fuck he gonna tell you. And if you don't got no information to the otherwise, many of niggas are believing, especially if he put that goddamn rope around your goddamn neck. That'll help you goddamn believe it. You know what I'm saying? So, in that environment, we lost who we were. And so people been looking for the truth, and there have been many scholars that have went out there and got the truth, and more likely than not, the great historians of the Black Power movement is 100% right and correct. All that other shit is bogus. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the right orientation. Because until you get it right, you're going to get it wrong. And all of this trying to act like we come from everywhere is a bunch of bullshit, because I can prove that's just not true. And I done showed you niggas many times the skin differentiation, based on your geographical location on the planet. And for you to be able to produce the dark melanated African woolly head, you got to go to the equator. There's no way you're going to produce that dark woolly headed African in no North American climate, no European climate. Is just not going to be done. And so a lot of people say, yeah, we were here. Yes, we were here, but we came from Africa. This is one of the last of the continents to be, colonized by our people. So yes, this is the new world, even for African people. Even if we say we've been here thousands and thousands of years, we've been in Africa millions of years. So it's still fairly recent that we came to these lands. And I have to stress this. I'm warming up before I even get to the damn maps. You know what I'm saying? Until you get it right, you gonna goddamn get it wrong. The footsteps of civilization is in sequence with the flow of the Nile. I'll say it again. The footsteps of civilization is in sequence with the flow of the Nile. Our people came from the Holy Great Lakes region in Central East Africa, warming up. So when I get ready to get on these maps, that shit gonna come to life. You understand? As soon as it's gonna come right to life. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's a lot of, misunderstanding that people, by teaching that, yes, we were here. Yes, we was here. But many of us was brought back from the motherland also. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, and it wasn't no millions and millions and millions, because the goddamn civilization over here is rudimentary outside of the Olmec civilization. They didn't have the goddamn stone blocks like the pyramids in Egypt. You see what I'm saying? They were over here in a basic primordial stage, okay? They wasn't in the most high advanced stage like that in the Nile Valley. I must state that. These is facts. These is facts. So now niggas is devolving because you then took a greater history. Once I show, why would you give up this for that? Nigga, you can't count. You can't motherfucking count. You can't motherfucking count. So I'm gonna have to count your motherfucking money for, you know how Big Brother had to, let me count your motherfucking money. Let me show you how to count this shit so you can get this shit right. You got niggas talking about Mecca is the greatest part of the planet. Nigga, go to hell. Go to hell, nigga. I don't give a fuck what the books say. Go to hell. Who the fuck is you think you fooling? See, y'all niggas been fooling us too long by and y'all are all into this mythological land. Pangea, goddamn Lumeria, Atlantis. Nigga, deal with Africa. Quit fucking hunting for some shit that don't exist. Goddamn it, deal with the habitat that produce your people. And that's Mother Africa. And even the white man then gave up on trying to find a more ancient source. I know the Indians over there in India, they try to fake like they could fade the Nile Valley. Nigga, that's a quick slap up, even though that's the Hindu Kush. But don't come we know our Naga brothers is over there, and they know the sign. So you can't step to the mother house with a few little crumbs here and there. And I respect you, India. I got mad love for you. But don't ever think you ain't even close. Do you understand me, my Indian brothers? And I'm not talking to my Naga brothers, who the true African Naga kings all throughout South Asia. I'm not talking about the Hindu with the dark skin and straight hair. No, I'm talking about the woolly-headed Nagas that's still there. That's the original features of all ancient Buddhas. Nigga, I'm not talking about him. Come on now. Let's straighten up and fly right. See, you niggas don't know what's really on how this planet, nigga, is ours. And how they didn't, put a veil over this ancient history of ours. And so, nigga, it cannot be, this history is mandatory for any African people. It's mandatory. I don't give a fuck what your if your economic program ain't been built on your historical program, it ain't going nowhere, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because now when you deal with your economic program, that's gonna deal with your educational program. Okay? Your economic program and your educational program go hand in hand. Because if you ain't educating the people on what's going to get them that whatever they need to feed their family and develop as a family, what the fuck is you educating? You see what I'm saying? So you can't have no economic base without no historical base of where you at on the planet and what is yours, what is rightfully yours. Looking at the condition you in and saying, how the fuck did I end up in this predicament? What was the fucking catalyst that got me here right now? What was the fucking ingredients that got me here right now? Got to look at that. Got to look at that when you decide on education and economics. You got to tell the people the predicament that they in. You can't play with that. Because if you give them a false history and that means, and they trying to get up out of it and they making blueprints to some shit ain't real, you done sent the goddamn people on a fucking ghost chase and shit. And so they spinning their wheels. And so that's what these people been doing. And that's why we got to expose the fuck out of their ass. To get the peoples off the wheel. You ain't going no goddamn way. Until you get it right, you gonna get it goddamn wrong. Period. And so now we about to take you to origin. That was my warm up. That was my warm-up. I don't want you to start in Asia. Huh? Let me get it on up here. 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 All right. Look at that. Let me see. Let me get my monitor up, y'all. Let me get my monitor up. Hold on, family. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yes, indeed. I'm just trying to get my channel up on my monitor so I can see how everything going. Yes, indeed. Okay. I'm just trying to get my. All right. My channel. Let me turn this down so I can see how everything going. Okay. All right, family. So y'all already know the general will be in Inglewood, California, Saturday, June 23rd. The power of the ancient Kushite Empire from Egypt to India, from Aksum to the Americas. Go, coming with that powerful work. Coming with that powerful work. Where I go across this landmass like a god and show you everything ancient that belong to you and your people on all continents. We ain't leaving out nothing. And we showing you in dynamic fashion. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get up out that damn lecture, you're going to be inspired. You're going to be motivated. Nigga, it's going to be spiritual electricity running through your ass. You're going to get up out and you're going to want to go to work doing something positive for the community. And I'm going to give you a lot of, goals that you can, soon as you get up, what you can do with that energy to push this community forward and to push this movement forward. Okay? Saturday, June 23rd. You understand we're going to be at Queen's Party and Rental Hall. That's at La Brea Plaza. The address is 967 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California, 90302. Okay, that's Queen's Party and Rental Hall. That's at La Brea Plaza. And the address is 967 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California, 90302 from 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. Okay? You can just pay at the door. It's a nice venue. It's going to be plenty of space. So I want everybody to come on out. I ain't been there, in a minute, and in the LA region. And I'm so glad to be back. And most definitely, I'm coming to electrify you. I'm not coming to give you no goddamn information. I want you to say, goddamn it, I fucks with General Seti because that nigga's developed me. That nigga take me in the chambers that no other motherfucker could take me into. Goddamn it, and when he show me this shit, I see it's the goddamn truth. So if I could continue to fuck with this man on all the levels and subjects that he say he could teach me, then goddamn it, I don't know no better goddamn education right now that I could get on this planet that will develop me from the time of my birth to the time of my resurrection. Okay? That's right, I said it. So Inglewood, I want all my family in Compton, if you're up in that area, Long Beach, I love you. We coming black that way, but come on down to Inglewood and kick it with your family. Come on down. I'm coming back that way. I done came and showed you much love. Come on down and kick it with the general. And let's pack this house with nothing but Cali soldiers. You understand what I'm saying? That still love the culture and know what this movement about, know what this fight is about, and in it to goddamn win it. That's what I said. I know my soldiers out there in Cali is ready to come to hear they goddamn general who love them so and intend on developing that army out there or G's. You understand? Into one of the most feared goddamn fighting forces on the damn planet. Everywhere where there's a black population, goddamn, we're gonna make them one of the most feared fighting, spiritual, intellectual armies on the damn planet. So I want y'all in the goddamn house, Cali. Call a nigga. Go call 2 niggas. Tell them, goddamn it, don't do that. Don't do that drive-by today. Nigga, go on over there and see General Seti. Don't peel that nigga cap today. Don't peel his cap, okay? Go on over there and see General and get this goddamn inspiration, get this motivation, get this development. So when you come up out, got your eyes is glowing, your spirit is on fire, and you can put that positive energy out there in the black community. Okay? Let me move on. Now today we dealing with the Nile River. We dealing with the Nile River and the sacredness of this river and the power of this river and the influence of this river all over the planet Earth. This is the most sacred river on the planet. There's no river more sacred than the Nile Valley. There's no river, there's no area on the planet that has so many ancient wonders that just shock the mind. Okay, all these niggas bragging about some fake goddamn mud mounds and you know, I give you credit, nigga, but I got to emulate the best. I love you, India. I love my family over there. You got some wonderful monuments, but I got to emulate the best. And when it comes to the best of all ancient wonders on the goddamn planet, that they all located on the Nile, in the Nile area, or in the area of the Great Lakes region. This is the most sacred and most ancient area on the planet Earth. Now, as you look at this map, some people confuse because you're not orientated. You're not oriented. You don't know what this map means. And it's very critical that you understand what it means. This is Africa top side up. Why do we say top side up? Because where you see the criminally renamed Lake Victoria, at the top, you see Victoria. See, those are the highlands of Africa. Those are the mountain regions of Africa. So the river is flowing from the mountains down into Sudan and Egypt. When you get into Sudan and Egypt, you're dealing with the lowlands. But when you go up into Ethiopia, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, you're up in the highlands. And so these rivers are flowing down into Egypt. And when you follow the footsteps of civilization, it's in sequence with the flow of the Nile River, because this is where all African kind came from. I can't say all humankind, because white people can't come into Africa today, which means they couldn't have came in yesterday or no time in the ancient past, because the environment is not an environment conducive to people without melanin. So we cannot say all people came from Africa. That's a goddamn lie. Quit lying. Not all, the Indian did not, I ain't never seen no straight-haired tribes in Africa. If you can find me a straight-haired tribe in Africa, please put that motherfucker up on Facebook today, because I've been looking for that motherfucker. So we talking about African kind, and that our physical being was made up of the continent of Africa. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we love and so many resources and precious minerals and gold. And that's why we love it so much today, because it has all the goddamn earth we come up out of. It's the same that produces the rock, the minerals, the gems, the diamonds, the same soil. You see? That's us. That's us. We won with that soil. Just like we won with the cosmic melanin in the sky that they call dark melanin, which they should call, dark matter, which they should call black matter. because it ain't just dark, it's black. Okay? And so this is our natural habitat. Okay? You cannot never do better in another land than your natural habitat. If you leave out of your natural habitat, you're going to decrease in power. That's why you have never produced a civilization like the one that's in Africa, in the Nile. We're not just speaking of Egypt. We talking about the Nile today. We talking about Nubia today, but we also gonna get over on the Niger River, where our great civilizations in the West, Songhai, Mali, Ghana, Benin, the Ashanti Kingdom. Okay, we gonna get into the Dogon. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a lot of mighty rivers in Africa. Many sacred, and the Niger is another one of our great sacred rivers. And we can't, and I can't wait to get over there and do a lecture on the great empires of West Africa. It just as profound as the East. You know what I'm saying, with the Nile Valley. But the Nile, that just show you how superior the Nile is to even have, some notches above even great rivers like the Niger and the Congo, even having something up on them. And these are great, great rivers. These are the greatest rivers on the planet. There has been no other river to produce such great civilizations such as the Nile and the Niger. It's just nowhere in Asia where you could go, and in the ancient world, you are producing that many great civilization with monuments that's still here today. You see what I'm saying? So now when we look at this river, we see that the river is flowing from south to north. It starts at Lake Victoria. We're talking about the White Nile. It starts at Lake Victoria. It even has tributaries on the other side. And it flows down into Egypt. And then you have the Blue Nile, which starts at Lake Tana, Tana. This is the Blue Nile. The White Nile and the Blue Nile meet up at Khartoum in Sudan. Okay, that's where it becomes one river. And if from that point, it flows down into Egypt as one river. Now, the Blue Nile, which comes up out of Ethiopia, which comes up out of the mountain regions. And you're going to see that the pyramids is only a reflection of the mountain regions from which they came from. See, Egypt is the South recreated in stone. When you look at the columns, the papyrus columns, the lotus columns, this is the natural environment of the Nile Valley. They deified the environment. They deified the zoo types. So the temples and the pyramids are only the reflection of the southern regions from which they came from, which they call the Holy Land. The ancient Egyptians called the lands from where the beginning of the rivers started from as the land of the gods, where the gods came from. So if the ancient Egypt, this is deep. And so you all over the goddamn planet fucking off. I have to give you orientation. Thank you, Baba. Say, Baba Seti, thank you for, goddamn it, showing us the origin. And so we can have orientation. Because if you ain't got your proper origin, you cannot have your proper orientation. And so you can't put nothing in the GPS and get nowhere, nigga, because you don't have a proper starting point. But when I give you this starting point, and I give you this origin, and I give you a brief understanding and a viewing of our civilizations all over the planet, you're going to say, God damn, Seti, you didn't open up a portal into my goddamn soul, nigga, and I see much deeper than I ever seen before. Let's go. We looking at the different terrains in Africa. And you can see now the Great Lakes region where the Nile starts. You got which criminally renamed Lake Victoria, which is the largest lake in Africa. Then you got Lake right up under that. You got Lake Tanganyika. Tanganyika, and then at the bottom you got Lake Malawi. These are freshwater lakes. See, we talking something now. You got a mighty river such as the Nile, and then you got the Congo, a sister river. This is the most powerful sister river system on the planet. God damn, you talking about the Congo is almost I think it might be almost 3,000 miles long, if I'm not mistaken. You see what I'm saying? And the Nile is about 4,000 miles. You see what I'm saying? So you talking over 7,000 miles of river system. And not just river system, you're also talking about the basins, the Congo basin and the Nile basin where the water overflow and you got swamp regions, you got a lot of vegetation within those regions, a lot of animal life. So most definitely Central East Africa with the Great Lakes, the freshwater lakes, with the Nile and the Congo, with the rainforest. This is what you call the Garden of Eden. There is no more land-rich area on the planet Earth outside of this area. You see what I'm saying? The rainforest is the lungs of the planet. So right there, that shows you that we got the freshest air. We got all the herbs that we need. We got all the food and vegetation for our animals. Okay? It's enough vegetation for man and animal to exist in Africa. Okay, so there's no need to kill the animals. You understand what I'm saying? Only to keep a number that where they don't overrun us and shit. But you know what I'm saying? But to show you not only African kind, but animal kind. When you talking about the greatest animals on the earth, the elephant, the gorilla, the giraffe, the lion, the hippopotamus, the crocodile. You see what I'm saying? All these other, the leopard, the zebra, the cheetah. You got all the most magnificent animals on the planet is in this region. So this is the Garden of Eden, and that there is no other land mass nowhere on the earth with these type of land jewels. And we ain't even got into the precious minerals yet. Okay? So now this is this is the Blue Nile. I was on Lake Tanner, and I came into the portion where it became the Nile River. You understand what I'm saying? I sailed right on through that little portion down there. But this is showing you, this is where all the silk that comes down into Egypt. See, it comes up out of Ethiopia. And so it was that black silk that fertile and made Egypt so fertile. So that's why you see there that Ethiopia geographically is the mother geologically is the mother of Egypt. Okay? Because if that rich silk did not come down that river like that and plant that silk down there, then Egypt wouldn't have been as prosperous as it was. But see, this is just a geological wonder of Africa. You see what I'm saying? And so even to date, there's been a dispute between Egypt and Ethiopia because Ethiopia is about to build a dam not, far from Lake Tana. And so Egypt knows that a large portion of the water that comes into the Nile that flows down into Egypt comes out of Ethiopia. So that show you that the Africans up south are the masters of the river, because at any point in time, they want to cut that water off. All they have to do is dam the river, and they could they could starve. They could, you know what I'm saying? They could make Egypt die of thirst. You see what I'm saying? Because they would have been to cut the damn water off. So that's why the conquerors knew that you got to get not just a little part of the river, you got to get the whole of the river. If you ain't got the source, you ain't got the most powerful part of the river. And so the Blue Nile, even though it's shorter than the White Nile, the Blue Nile is actually the more powerful of the two. And so they both meet up at Khartoum in Sudan and become one river. But the Blue Nile is really what's pushing at that point. When they meet up, the Blue Nile is basically taking over the flow of the river. Okay, so we showing you how the little bro, and then you have the Atbara, which is also about Ethiopia. They rarely try to show you that river because that's gonna show you another branch that has something to do with the founding of ancient Egypt and Nubia and so on, and because everybody on the river had access to everybody on the river. All these are brother and sister rivers connected. And Egypt was the end of the river where all our African greatness, you know what I'm saying, was in one place in one time. And it amazed the world. All the greatness on all the rivers came down in that last part of the Nile, and they settled in Egypt, and they produced the greatest civilization that has ever existed on this planet. So all them rivers was a part of ancient Egypt. This is another one, and this one, you can see that they are tributaries. They're not showing you the whole river. They're not showing you the thousands of tributaries that's coming off of this river. If you see the white area in the back, that's the Nile Basin. So that shows you how much vegetation and water overflows with precipitation, overflow from the Nile to show you the life that is there. That's just not no goddamn desert. That's a river basin with nothing but animals and different vegetation and herbs, all type of animal life. This is the most widely as far as animals and human life and African life and animal life and vegetation life, there is no more precious uh land mass on the planet Earth. Okay, here we go. This one again, showing you. You know what I'm saying? The White Nile coming from up out of Uganda, Lake Victoria. You see the Blue Nile coming down from Ethiopia, meeting up at Khartoum, and you see it. From the Khartoum, it flows down into Egypt, into the Mediterranean, and this is how the knowledge went into what you call Greece and Rome, because after it got to the mouth of the Nile, it began to go into the islands of the Mediterranean. That's why the island, the Minoans on the island of Minos, you see what I'm saying, was the earliest of the Grecian civilizations because it was in sequence. It was, in sequence with the flow of the Nile River. This is why the islands in the Mediterranean Sea were educated before the mainland Europeans. I got to talk to y'all today. You're getting orientation. You're getting Genesis. You're getting genes of Isis today. See what I'm saying? If you don't know where the hell you came from and you don't know how this shit came to be, nigga, you confused. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Nigga, you are confused. These are the facts. This is not up for dispute. You can take your time and dispute it, and we'll be moving forward. Because we can prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. Look at the power of the Nile Basin. Now you really see all those arteries of the Nile, all those tributaries of the Nile. This is a mighty river. There is no river in comparison to this river. That's just real. Look at the capacity of the Nile Valley. This is why Egypt, Nubia, Oxum, even Zimbabwe, even down, also fed up off of the Great Lakes region. Also fed all those civilizations on the east coast of Africa, fed up off of the Great Lakes region. So if you see that lake is a freshwater lake, you got 4,000 miles of river. Look at all the tributaries, all the life. This ain't even the rainforest. This just showing you the power of the Nile Valley Basin. This is why this civilization was able to achieve some of the greatest achievements ever on the planet, because they have more resources. They had greater resources than any other people anywhere else. Okay, let me go past this. This is looking at the volcanoes down in Central East Africa, around the Great Lakes, around what you call the Rift Valley, where the Arabian plate tore away from the African plate. And when it tore away, it caused a lot of pulling on the continent, and a lot of it sunk down. And so the parts that sunk down, they call it the Great Rift Valley. When you're talking about the Nile Valley, because that's the lowlands of Africa. That's the pulling away of the Arabian plate from the African plate, and water seeped in from out of them mountains. Okay? And so when you're thinking about the pyramids, this is the reflection of those volcanoes that's in the Central East Africa. Okay, it's a reminder of the God lands, the God and goddess lands, from which all the gods and goddesses came. They came down the river, and that's why they had arcs in all of the temples, where all the deities had arcs, and they had rituals where they went back up the river. So again, the pyramid is geological references of our origin. You see, the pyramid is a geological reference of our origin, of where we came from out of Central East Africa. And so now we looking at, even in Nubia, the gold deposits. You don't understand that many of the artisans that carved these masks were Nubians. Okay, the only thing that made you a Nubian is that you live in Nubia, Sudan, but Egyptians look like Nubians and Nubians look like Egyptians. That's like if you went to Africa right now, if you really wasn't from Africa and you just went into West Africa, you wouldn't be able to tell one from the other, one nation from the other. Somebody would have to say you in Nigeria, or you in Mali, or you in Ghana. Somebody let you know. But if you just saw the dark-skinned people, you wouldn't know. So what makes one Nubian? The fact that you live in Nubia. But that same Nubian, if he lived in Egypt, would be an Egyptian. You see what I'm saying? They look just alike. So many of the artisans, many of the masons, you see what I'm saying, were Nubians that carved the great sarcophaguses of Tutankhamun. So when you're looking at the resources on the Nile, you see the gold, you see the granite, you see the limestone, you see the alabaster, you see the jasper, the copper, the basalt. See, we showing you the resources. This is why our kings and queens were so great. This is at the top of the water. And we didn't even talk about all of the fish that's in that fresh water. So when we're talking about the granite to build the pyramid, the gold so that we could have all these jewelries in these tombs, and live for eternity through our our artifacts, and through our the things that we left, as far as the sarcophaguses and all of the jewelry and so on and so forth. This is to our grandeur, but it came from the fact that we had resources and that we was rulers of the land. And so you could talk about Egypt and you being an Egyptian and but until you are able to get the resources of our ancestors back firmly with up under your rulership, then we just talking. We ain't moving back like we supposed to. When we get our ancestors' artifacts up out of the white man, museums, and rededicate them to our freedom and liberation back in Africa where they belong, we'll never be a whole people. We'll just be niggas spitting facts and spewing facts, but we ain't making no move to make a global African supremacy a reality. And this is where the VPC stand out. This is where we stand out. We don't talk, we show you what an economy is, nigga. Ain't no point in time where I don't deal with resources. And so resources is imports and exports. Goddamn it, when you got resources, you got jobs because you need artists, you need masons to go in there, you need miners and of all type of resources to go down there and mine the rock, mine the granite, mine the gold, mine the amethyst, mine them. So we need miners. You see what I'm saying? And all of that. And then you need people to, to shape the stones. You see, and make them into jewelry. We need some people to cut the granite out, and then we got certain masons that cut it to its exactness. You see what I'm saying? We got some of our brothers that mine the gold, and some of our sisters that make the jewelry. You see what I'm saying? And we got all the precious minerals that anybody could ever want. So when you go down in the tombs of our kings and our queens, it's always a shock every goddamn time you go down into any one of them tombs. So when you look at the resources of Africa today, you're talking about being the great Tutankhamun. You're talking about being the great empress, Almost Nefertari, the great empress, African empress Hatshepsut, the great African empress T. You want to be the great King Seti, Black King Seti, then goddamn it, then you got to understand imports and exports. You got to understand mining these resources and polishing these resources and refining these resources. Every step is jobs. Every step is economy. And when you become a ruler of a land, automatically you need workers. So once you got land, you automatically got economy. Okay, so we see what we have in Africa. On top of all these great and mighty rivers, we see that we have gold. These is number one exports. You understand? Out of each nation. This is the number one exports out of each nation. See, in Africa, gold, coffee, grains, tea, diamonds, petroleum, timber, copper, aluminum, coffee, tobacco. You see what I'm saying? Platinum, cocoa beans, rubber, aluminum, fish, peanut products, iron ore, petroleum and natural gas, clothing and textile, phosphates, iron ore. See, now we on our Garvey shit. See, that's what you get with the general. We on our Garvey shit. You see what I'm saying? If a nigga ain't talking about resources, because the only thing you dealing with on the world market, nigga, is exports and imports. And the only thing is you gonna export is some motherfucking resources. Now, where is your resources? First, where is your land? If you don't have no land, then you can't be in control of resources. So any money you making, nigga, you making as a wage worker. You're not making the wealth as a ruler of a nation in control of resources. He dictates the economy. If you're not in control of any land, you are not in control of any resources, which means all your motherfucking money, nigga, is basically slave wages. God damn it. That's what I say. Slave motherfucking wage. How we doing out there, family? Does it look like it's spinning? Let me get back. Let me get back. Let me get back. How we looking? Okay, I'm good. You know what? My bad. I guess just my phone. That motherfucker went to spinning. I didn't even mean to come out. I was just trying to make sure this. Wonder why the fuck my phone is fucking up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get right back. I'm about to get right back. All right. Come on, come on, come on. I'm trying to see. I wonder what the fuck is wrong with my phone. How I'm looking out there, y'all. Say something. I'm good. I know I'm gonna get right back. Don't worry. Am I good out there? It's all good. All right. Give me two more of my family out there to tell me it's all good. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm about to go back in. Tune in. Tune in, family. I'm about to go right back in. So this is how we're gonna become the King Tuts and the almost Nefertaris of today. You see what I'm saying? See, we done lost our Garvey shit. See, we don't look to Africa any longer. And that was a serious mistake on our behalf. We was fooled into believing some goddamn Islamic bullshit and some other fake when we should have continued the course of Marcus Garvey. We would have beat a lot of these motherfucking scavengers like the Chinese to Africa. We would have been there to help our brothers and sisters to politic and move these motherfuckers up out of there. See what I'm saying? But yet and still, you got people trying to get into Africa like the Chinese, the Russians, and shit, and take our and we still over here, buying this cheap shit from China. Who the fuck you think putting China where the fuck they at? And now they in Africa building army bases, okay, in Djibouti and shit like that. Okay, this is some goddamn bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We got to get into, and it might take however long it's gonna take to cleanse, but we got to start some goddamn time. Whatever, however long, whatever, and however it got to be done, let's get started to goddamn day so we can hurry up and get this shit on out the way. Because there's a lot of niggas got to go on both sides. It's niggas that got to go in North America. It's got niggas that got to go in the Caribbean. Niggas in South America got to go. It's niggas on the continent got to go. Your ass got to go so that the beloved Africans can gain control of what's rightfully theirs, and then put Africa back in in the image of royalty, and stop being the white man's fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fanning the white man in Africa and getting in cold water and shit. I'm sick of that. And being Negro pens. You know what I'm saying? Where you mimic the white man doing every fucking thing. You don't have no creativity. Nigga, try it and fail. Nigga, do it again. Get it right. But goddamn it, get up off of this goddamn white man titty because he's goddamn poison. And as long as you stay on, you think you doing better, you're not doing better. As long as you still in the white man system, let me tell you something, my nigga, you're not doing better. Okay, as long as you still on the white man religion, you're not doing better. It's 28. As long as you thinking you gonna make a killing on the stock market, nigga, for African liberation, nigga, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it. So it's not a lot of ways to do this. So every time, see, that's one of the things that I teach. I don't go and show you niggas no wild out information. I take you to the basics, baby. I take you to the mother sciences: geography, geology, topography, imports and exports. So ain't no motherfucker telling you, nigga, that I'm not showing you. And if you ain't talking about you comfortable with making slave wages, nigga, because if you talking nationalism, the only way you gonna have a nation is have resources under your sovereignty that you command with your own fucking army. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want another nigga to tell me about no motherfucking sovereignty if he ain't got no motherfucking army. Because there's no way you can influence and affect any type of sovereignty unless you got something to make a motherfucker respect your sovereignty. I don't give a fuck what you write on paper, nigga. At the bottom of the motherfucking page, what's gonna push sovereignty, what's gonna push law, what's gonna push government, what's gonna push education and economics is the military might that you put down on this planet that can protect all of that. Other than that, these motherfuckers is gonna destroy all of that shit like they did the first time. If you're not smart and understand that you must simultaneous develop in 12 to 15 to 20 arts and sciences. Did you hear what I said? See, that's where the BPC take you that no other motherfucker can take you. See, we working out from, you understand, anywhere from 12 to 20 arts and major arts and sciences. Because you can't do shit with one. You can't do shit with two or three. You can't do shit, Yeah, you'll be wise, but in order to put it all together, to be that God and goddess on the planet, you must master at least 12 arts and sciences, major arts and sciences. 20, goddammit. I wouldn't even tell motherfuckers how many I teach in. Cause it'll hurt your motherfucking feelings. It'll hurt your motherfucking feelings if I told you. Let me move on. So you see, at the top left, the resources, precious minerals, gold, granite, everything that was needed for ancient Egypt to develop was within Egypt. Didn't need to go outside of Egypt. So if you wanted to rebuild Egypt today, you wouldn't need nothing but the resources of Africa. You got every animal you ever want. You ain't gonna run out of food, nigga. You got all type of animals, and I ain't telling you to eat the animals, but if you want your any kind of goddamn burger, nigga, you can have. I done told you, if you want your goddamn hippopotamus burger, nigga, you can have you a hippopotamus burger. If you want you a goddamn rhinoceros burger, nigga, you can get you a rhinoceros burger. If you want you a motherfucking zebra sandwich, nigga, you can have all the meat in that motherfucker that you want. Okay? I'm not one to be eating on all the animals, but goddamn it, and they even got chickens in that. They got chicken. So I don't want y'all niggas to get, despair in your heart thinking ain't no goddamn, they got chickens and goddamn it, we can make hot sauce. So everything you got over here, you can have over there. Now you got all the resources, you got animals, you got the fresh water, which is at the top right, you see we got thousands of fish. We got all the food, that's fresh water. We don't have to ask a motherfucker to drink. So you have an industry right there in just a fishing industry. You understand? Sending the fishermen out to collect fish. You understand what I'm saying? Where they could sell. You understand where, most definitely in that region. You understand what I'm saying? And even further. And then at the bottom left, you got the diamonds. You understand? All of the precious minerals, not just even in the Nile, but all over Africa. Then you got the land resources, such as the Congo rainforest, which is the lungs of the planet, the tens of thousands of herbs, a whole nother ecosystem. This is the Garden of Eden that you niggas was reading about in the Bible. There is no more fertile, more lush, more blessed area in terms of resources on this planet. There's no doubt about it. So again, this is what made these kings so great. I don't want y'all to just go up there and tell a goddamn story. This is a great. How was he great? Because he command Africa. He command the resources of Africa. He mastered the rivers of Africa. He, even when you talk about the rivers, you're talking about the shipbuilding industry. Okay? All the tens of thousands of ships that was on that river. So you're talking about economy. When you're talking, when I show you all these, you got a shipbuilding industry in Africa. You have a navigation, universities of navigation all throughout Africa. You was the one on the goddamn ocean. God damn it, you wasn't walking from no god. They make it look like niggas walk from Africa into Asia. That's that nomadic caveman story. Nigga, you was on the rivers, you was on the seas, you was on the oceans. Even our deities was on boats. Because we are a people of the water. So we had navigation schools, astro navigation schools, where they used the stars to locate and pinpoint where they was on the goddamn planet. So as they mapped out the geography, they mapped out the astronomy at the same goddamn time. Because as they was moving across the earth and they was mapping, they was also looking up in the stars to locate what star, what constellation could be used as a marker point to show where they was on that map. So they was going across the water, not just with longitude, latitude, they was going across the water with astro navigation. I want to talk to you brothers and sisters tonight to show you you's a global people. You know, you're not a local nigga. You're a global people. And once you understand your global African history, then you will see the world for what it is and what belongs to you, and you'll go out there and goddamn get it. You cannot live without it. That's your ecosystem. That's the very life of who you are. And when you plug back into Africa, plug back into the sun, plug back into the spirituality of the Nile Valley, the Niger River Valley, goddamn it, you're going to go to heights that no African has ever reached on this planet. You are destined to pass your ancestors. That's how it's supposed to be. You are destined to pass your ancestors. Looking at Lake Malawi, looking at Lake Tanganyika, Lake Kivu, you got other fake lakes, Lake Victoria, Lake Turkana, Lake, then you got, they got Albert Nile, but they ain't no goddamn Albert Nile, okay? Showing you this is where the Nile River, the White Nile River, descend up out of this great freshwater Great Lakes region. So nobody has this. Outside of the Great Lakes of Michigan, right here, this is the second largest freshwater system on the planet. So you got all the fresh water you need. This is a fisherman's economic wonder world where you can, you feeding the people. You goddamn got economy. Oh Lord, have mercy. You got shipbuilding economy going up and down the river on the lakes. Oh my God. I don't know what to say to you, family. You don't need nothing else. You want to go natural? Get your land back. Get back with your brothers and sisters in the Nile. Let's talk about it. Get back with your brothers and sisters over there on the Niger River. Let's talk about it. Let's get back with our brothers and sisters on the Congo River. Let's talk about it. Let's get back with our brothers in Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, Mozambique, all down through there. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get back with our brothers and sisters and talk and see what can be done, because we have Jews on this planet that we could take and administer and manage to the best of our ability, and we can feed all Africans on the planet. We don't have to ask nobody. We don't have to ask the Asian for shit. The Asian can go his ass back in Asia. We don't have to ask the European for shit. You can go on back where the fuck you came from. We don't need nothing from you. All we need is Mother Africa, the land of our origin, the land of our ancestors. So we looking here. We looking here, top side up, with South Africa at the top and the Nile flowing down into Egypt. And you see what they call the Indian Ocean. There ain't no goddamn Indian Ocean because it ain't no Indian. This is the Kushite Ocean. And once you see the map in its proper perspective, this is how we got to Australia. This is how we got to Indonesia, the Philippines, Cambodia. You understand what I'm saying? China, India, Pakistan. This is how we got there to what today y'all call Yemen. We sailed into there. Okay, that's why when you go to all them civilizations, look it up. God damn it, I want everybody out there to hear me right now. God damn it, I said look it up. Look it up. Go and see where the earliest civilization in Asia started. It's supposedly the Mesopotamian civilization on the Tigris and Euphrates. Okay, what's the earliest part of that civilization? Sumer. Where is it at? It's on the Persian Gulf. It's in the south. Okay, when you go to India, where's the earliest civilization? Right there with the ship. You see the ship right there on the Indus. Okay, in the south. All them civilizations start in the south because the Africans are coming down the river. They're coming down Africa and sailing in. And wherever they sail in is automatically the south. That's where they sailing in, at the southern point. And wherever they land, that point is where they built up colonies all through goddamn Asia, all throughout what you call the Indian Ocean. You got Africans in, I can't, Inglewood. I'm going to get busy for y'all. I'm going to get busy and show y'all our African family all the way past Papua New Guinea. I said woolly head Africans. I'm not talking about the straight haired, dark skinned Indian. That ain't us, nigga. We woolly haired beings on the planet. You see what even though we give out straight hair, what am I thinking about? The gene, the dominant gene is the woolly haired gene. And so you see that the woolly haired African is first indigenous to Africa and was first to populate all southern Asia, okay? From what you call Arabia into Iran, Pakistan, India, into Cambodia, into goddamn Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Australia, goddamn Japan, all that. And I could prove it. A lot of people talk shit, but goddamn it, I could load my goddamn AK up on you niggas, intellectual AK, and let you have it. Bitch, you damn me? Let's get into it. Let's make it happen. I love bringing the truth to our people. This is the Kushite Ocean. And after you mastered Africa, this would be your first colonies that you would set up. You would set up your first colonies on this ocean. Okay, this is where and so long before even Europe, you went this direction. You went this direction. You mastered Africa first. And then you begin to take to the ocean. You have to develop the ships first on the rivers and on the lakes. And then as you develop on the rivers and the lakes, you begin to develop larger ships that are able to go across the Red Sea, that's able to go across the Mediterranean Sea at certain points. And as you develop that short distance across the Red Sea, when you take that short distance from Somalia to Yemen and you master just that little portion, you see, you begin to develop the ships, and then you take it from up out of the Somalia between that, what you call the Strait of Punt. Okay, right there, the Straits of Punt between Somalia and Yemen, you would develop ships large enough and strong enough that would take you into India, take you into Sumeria. You know what I'm saying? Which really is no Samaria. It's just a colony of Africans coming up out of Africa. Okay, the biblical shit don't exist. These are Africans settling in, establishing colonies all over the planet Earth. Not a European, when this was happening, not a European, not a straight head Indian, not a Chinese was even on the planet. They had not yet even showed their face to the world. This was an all African planet, an all African woolly headed planet. Okay? And so I want you to understand this. And this was a global, and I didn't even go to the Americas because that was the last frontier. But as you can see, going from Papua New Guinea, if you keep going, you will hit South America on the West Coast. Okay, so we colonized South America from the West Coast and the East Coast. The East Coast Africans were the Olmecs. And then we had Africans coming from the Kushite Ocean, coming from Asia, that landed on the west coast of Asia and built Machu Picchu, and all those other great, you know, megalithic areas in South America. The Africans did that. They the ones that put Easter Island there. Okay? They the one that put the statues on Easter Island. These were African people, and I'm not talking about the Asian looking man of today, you know, mixture, straight hair. I'm talking about the woolly headed African, tightly coiled African was in them before any loose curl, any big curl. I'm talking about the tight curl. Woolly headed African was through all these land masses and had been there, probably had been in Africa over 1,000,000 years, and probably had come into these other areas in Asia probably within the last 100,000 years. Okay, probably within the last 100,000 years, different sequences, they came across this ocean and populated all land masses from Africa to South Asia into South uh, East Asia, which is Indonesia, Philippines, uh, Cambodia, so on and so forth, all the way to Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand. All of that was populated by woolly haired African people. And so that's our landmass. And the pyramids and the teachings are in the land to prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. We're not just saying this and can't back it up. Is you bullshitting me, nigga? We got the fact. And we're gonna break it down for you one step at a time. So that when we go into each landmass, you know where you are, you know the resources, you know the geology, you know the topography, you know the uh the longitude, latitude, you know where all the great monuments of the land is located, you know all the special gems that we need to do our work that we preciously need to do on the ancestral realm. We are connecting the dots with the chakras of the planet. You understand, within the African realm, so that we can generate power on this planet like it has never been seen since ancient time when it was up and running the first time. And so we got to get it back running. And we can't do it fictitiously. We cannot do it with a fake history. We got to go in each one of our lands, you know, starting with our motherland, going into our colonies, studying our history and the occult teachings, the hidden teachings of our peoples in all of these lands. Put all that history, all that occult knowledge, all of that spirituality behind the blueprint, a political blueprint of policies that's guaranteed to bring African people back to the pinnacle of goddamn civilization. If it ain't doing that, bitch, it ain't doing shit for our people. We gotta quit gassing our people up with all this bullshit. Eat right, nigga, but get free. Study all night, but get free. Nigga, work out, but get free. Get your chakras in alignment, but get free. Do your yoga, but get free. Burn your candles, but get free. You understand what I'm saying? Watch your Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark videos, Khalid Muhammad, Sarasun Seti, but get free. Take that information and apply it to your life. Wean yourself off of Whitey. Cut off all this shit, because you ain't gonna be, you gonna be without it any goddamn way. Learn to do without the white man. Start cutting yourself, weaning yourself off of products that you do not need. Get down to the bare African, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, developing your treasure chest of knowledge for that special day when you're gonna need it. Okay, so we must develop ourselves to be miniature kings and queens running our household as nations. You see what I'm saying? And stocking up, and not just stocking up in the house, but stocking up in the mind and spirit, all of the armament that we are going to need when we battle this holy war that's coming real soon, family. And I want you to be in it. I want you to be spiritually strong and armored up. I want you to be mentally strong and armored up. I want you to be physically, spiritually, and mentally strong and armored up. Every African is a god. Every African is a soldier. Every African is got to be the goddamn general and soldier at the same goddamn time. You understand? For us to win this shit. Play your role, family. Know your role. Play your role and play it to the best of your ability. Okay? This is showing you the monsoons that, you know, the Africans took going from India to Africa, from Africa to India. This is where you get the Mon Khmer of Angkor Wat, the Mon Khmers, who came from Africa on the monsoon. Okay, so from September to March, they blow towards Africa, and from June to September, they blow towards India. And this is when our brothers and sisters would transport many exports and imports. You see what I'm saying? This is when it happened. And they've been using this system for at least 100,000 years before the European even knew of it. Okay? You know what? I'm gonna do them temples another time. I'm gonna do them temples another time. I'm gonna do them temples tomorrow. You know, because it's gonna take me time. It's gonna take me time. It's gonna take me time to do them temples. So if you come back here to tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? You know, we'll continue the power of the Nile. You know what I'm saying? We'll continue the power of the Nile and the rise of ancient Egypt, part 2 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into the temples and look at the wonders of Africa, which are the greatest wonders on the planet. Okay, I don't know why y'all always running to another land to call they land holy when you got the most holiest land on the planet. Got to teach it to you, got to get you reconnected, got to get you orientated. So when you put your compass down and circumscribe your reality, circumscribe your destiny, that when you put that compass down, you put it down on true zero, the origin of who you are. Okay? That's where you put it down. And then you circumscribe your reality. But if you believe you come from way over here and you put the compass, you'll never, ever get back to your great. Till you do it right, you're going to goddamn do it wrong. Come on and fuck with the general. Stay with me. I guarantee you, you will never have a greater development. I can promise you that. Than fucking with the general. I'm going to take you through so many arts and sciences. I'm going to take you over the whole known world. I'm going to show you all that you need to see. And then I'm going to take you even into the deeper chambers. You cannot have a greater development. Do you understand? A greater development than coming through the BPC University of all knowledge. Of all knowledge. And I can prove it when I come back. I'll show you down through the teachings how many arts and sciences that we touch upon in an advanced state. Not just in an advanced state. Because if you following a fucking fake history of whatever science, nigga, you just setting fire up, nigga. You just shaking vials and you don't have no political outcomes. You don't have no, that's helping your people to move forward. You just out there shaking vials and shit. You understand? So if you ain't got the African understanding of that you are Imhotep, that you are the father of science and mathematics, you gonna look at it much different than a nigga just sitting in there getting, the great white man, superior thinker, all of this, and you blessed to be in there to get this great white man to teach you. Bullshit. Throw that shit in the garbage, plug into the BPC, plug into the general, and get your spirit, your goddamn intellect, recharge, nigga, pumping. Nigga, pumping with power. You hear what I'm saying? So family, Inglewood, June 23rd, 967 North La Brea Avenue is Queen's party. I think it's party. Let me get it. Let me get it down. Let me bring it back up. General Sarah Seti in Inglewood, California, Saturday, June 23rd, 2018. The power of the ancient Kushite Empire from Egypt to India, from Aksum to the Americas. I want your ass in the place. God damn it, the general is back in Cali. I'm back in Cali, family. I want all my family out there. Call them up. Tell them the general gonna be in Inglewood. Queen's Party and Rental Hall, 967 North La Brea Avenue, 90302 Inglewood. All right? You pay at the door. We got plenty of room. We expecting family from all, over Cali coming down. We expecting family from Compton, Long Beach. We all over Los Angeles. We expecting family to Pasadena coming down. I know they coming down. They always have and always, nigga, support they general. That's what they do. Okay? Again, family, June 23rd, 2018, 1:30 to 5:30 p.m., 967 North La Brea Avenue, Inglewood, California. Have your ass in the place. All right. I'm going to come back. Let me come back to my chat. How y'all doing out there? Let me come back to my chat for a minute. How y'all doing out there? Y'all getting some orientation out there? Y'all getting some orientation? Y'all niggas ain't, you know, you niggas ain't coming from up under the water. You ain't coming from over in goddamn Iceland. We got you hooked back on the Nile Valley, family. We got you hooked back up on the sacred Nile. Where I'm at out there. Where y'all niggas from? Throw your city up there. Throw your city up there. Throw your city up there. Where you from? What's up, though? I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Yeah. Throw your city up. God damn, the Bahamas, Oakland, Akron, Milwaukee, Houston, Baltimore, Atlanta, St. Louis, New Jersey, Pasadena, Chicago, Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston, Memphis, Indiana, Florida, Chicago. Damn, Polk County, Florida. Goddamn, London in the house, Dallas in the house, Virginia, Bay Area, B-more, goddamn DC, goddamn. Man, y'all niggas from shit out of Detroit in the house. Goddamn London again, Iowa, OKC, Killeen, oh damn, Toronto, Cincinnati, Phoenix, Philly, Miami, goddamn Fifth Ward, Texas, Flint, Minneapolis, Tampa, Newark, Allentown, goddamn, Mississippi, Las Vegas, oh man, Augusta, Kentucky, Louisiana, Carolina, Riverside, woo, Kansas City, goddamn it, we global. We global, goddamn it. See what I'm saying? We global. I let everybody know the next city that I'm gonna come to right after I leave Inglewood. So I know I got a couple of cities up, but y'all just keep throwing your city out. I can't get all the cities at once, but I'm gonna take my time to make sure between now and next year, because this is you know what I'm saying? You can do 2 cities a goddamn month. Goddamn, you still gonna be going into other cities. So I'm gonna just make my list and I'm gonna try to hit all. If I hit you, I'm going to a new city. Okay, I'm going to a new city. So I'm gonna do 25, 25, 20. I'm gonna do 20, 25 cities. No, I'm gonna say 20. About 20 cities before I double back and do another. So I make sure that I get everybody and get a chance to get in there and get that work in, because we need to get back on the ground. These people need to get back to the basics. So we love you. We thank you for your support. We thank you for coming out. I'm going to get rolling in a minute. Y'all know I ain't up here, but I'm starting to get rolling. You know what I'm saying? Where I'll be popping. Every time I come on, I'm going to be popping and dropping these goddamn facts. So y'all stay tuned. God damn it. Stay fucking tuned to the General's channel, because this is where you going to get what the fuck you need to make all the goddamn progress that you've been dreaming on. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. This is the General. Again, checking out this hot ass shirt. Fuck history. You feel me? Onk.com, baby. Y'all need to cop that. Y'all need to cop that. All the, see how he laced me? I got them all, baby. Got them all. You know what I'm saying? So fuck with my G. Tell him. See that? See that? Like I'm on a chariot, nigga, 3,000 years ago, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So stay with the general. Goddamn, support black business. Look out for your people. Anytime you see an African in distress, come to their aid. Come to their aid. You feel me? Help all our family. Never pass by. And I'm updating. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that for another, because that's gonna be a powerful video. It's gonna be a powerful lecture too. I almost said it, but I don't want to let that one out the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do them temples tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned and have your ass in class, nigga. Have your ass in class. I mean that. This is the General Cyrus Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Ancient African Egyptian power. Boom.